here so I can actually see what's going on. Let's see.
This is insane. Like, this is, I don't
Yeah, this is actually TV a friend of mine gave me, so I could...
oh, that's why it's so big.
That's right.
Wow.
And we go to live streaming.
Live streaming. Wow, there's lots of buttons.
Right there. Okay.
Watching TV.
So
we are watching the TV.
Open that up there. Pause that. And then chat is disabled. Why is chat disabled?
I don't know.
Why
is chat disabled?
That stinks. Oh, maybe that's the other one.
Oh,
that's not the current one.
Oh, yeah. Right. Live streaming. Live.
All right, watch streaming.
It. Oh, okay, there we go. Hi, Neil. Hey. Neil P. Creatives. I'm seeing you.
Sorry.
So I don't know if that's a live chat, but I think it is.
That is.
You might be. We're guessing that's it. Yes. Somebody else type something so that we can figure it out. Helpful. I don't know where to look because I see John in that little window there. And then there's cameras up there.
There we go.
And then there's a giant screen with StoryBots on it. And I like that screen.
So I try to get
my,
let's see, events. There we go. Aha, there's.
Whoa. Oh, so many buttons.
It takes a second. There, see, that's live. There's the chat stream.
Now I see all the chats.
Now we can put it in the
Woo! Sorry, we didn't see all of you. Reg Hugh, David, Dave Vincent. You're disabled because of that. Hey, John, what's on the agenda? Vilter Decky. Hi from Sacramento, Athena John. Well, hi from California. Yeah, we're good. DBZJW, Aragon Frost. Hello.
So this is the live YouTube stream over here, and this is the live riff. So if you guys are not going to riff on YouTube, they see this. And they see a counter with our, and so on. They go to riff and they can watch this on the screen with us at the same time. So
there's so many streams happening right now.
Yeah, it's like Twitch, but for TV shows and movies.
This is whoa!
All right, so here we go. So we're gonna do her favorite episode, which was, you said, number 5.
Number 5 of StoryBots Super Songs, because it is a throwback for everybody from the 90s.
They don't have the numbered. Which one's which?
It's what. Wait.
This one?
Wait.
That's the only?
Season 1.
Yeah.
So it would be one, I think it's going to be the Barnyard Animals one.
Okay. We'll go to this one.
Yes, this one's my favorite one.
All right. Here we go. Okay, so this is StoryBots. And I'll get your YouTube comments.
I'm the big purple bot, but I also love this opening. Okay, the reason I love this show so much, there are a million reasons, but on a purely selfish me level, this show feels like a Jim Henson show, and it's not, but it feels like it.
I love Jim Henson
stuff. And like they hire all these different animation companies, so it's all different types of animation, and
so this one's so like good. The 2D Flash, and then you have the 3D animation. It's got a lot of celebrity guests on it.
Oh yeah, there's a normal series.
I can't even tell you because you'll know instantly who these guys are.
Because the regular series is called Ask the StoryBots, and we only made 6 episodes of those because it was really expensive to make. And they made those episodes. Jib Jab made the episodes before they went to Netflix. And so when they went to Netflix with the 6 episodes of Ask the StoryBots, Netflix was like, you need to make 6 more episodes immediately. You have 2 months. And so what they did was they created the Super Songs. And they invited like 150. Yes, Kevin Smith was on it.
Yeah, Kevin Smith was.
They invited 150 kids, and they interviewed all these kids and asked questions. And they literally animated the kids' interviews and made all these fillers. Yeah. And they pumped out this series in 2 months. So this series isn't the really expensive series with all the animation. The Ask the StoryBots is the fancy
the reason why I personally like this one better is because
that's me.
Everybody, there she is.
I like it because they made me an architect, and I'm a woman, and I could be an architect. I like that.
The reason why I like this one better is because as the father of an autistic child, he loves this show.
Yeah,
this specific show.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get a lot of
Epic.
Adult fans on the spectrum watching. Let me be real. I watch the show regularly myself, and I used to do that with Teletubbies. So I know for a fact that even if I wasn't in the show, I would watch the show because it really lights me up. It makes me feel good.
There's certain types of narcotics that
I don't do that kind of stuff, so I have to use the TV show.
Teletubbies is like one of those as parents with young children is like, I need alcohol or something to get through this show.
No, that's why they created the shows. They specifically created these shows so that parents wouldn't need like parents
That's
can
why I
enjoy
like
them
these.
just as much.
There's jokes in there for moms and dads.
There's
and
jokes
the kids
specifically
friggin' love
only for moms and dads.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's so good.
they were pretty awesome.
Anyway, so the reason why I like this particular show, he can watch this on his Leapfrog products.
He
can stream these.
Oh, I love
because
that.
these episodes are on the child approved website.
Oh,
that we can go to, which is so great. And I believe there's a StoryBots app out for the Leapfrog.
Okay, well, what you need to know, this is very important, is StoryBots.com. They created educational content like 10 years ago, and all these short videos, and teachers have been using them for free in classes. So it started
I did not know that.
It started with like 400 teachers, and now it's up to like 20,000 teachers.
Holy cow.
And so any teacher from any school can go to storybots.com and sign up and get all of the content for free. Parents can go to the website and subscribe for $5.
What was the website?
Storybots.com. And you can so once you pay $5 a month, you can access all the same content that teachers are accessing.
That's freaking great.
So they've got downloadable sheets, coloring sheets, educational sheets. Like, it's all supplemental for schools. It's genius. So that when they created
this is Jess, right? The blue one, or is that
Bang is the blue one is Fred Tatasciore,
I know
and then the green one is Judy Greer, the on-camera actress.
Right.
Yeah, and
there's
the
a few other
purple
names
one.
I know that we were on there.
Well, I know we
John DiMaggio plays the son, and
yes.
various other
cameos. We have a lot of guest actors that come in.
My buddy Neil Kaplan's been on an episode.
He's been on a few. And
the live action celebrity guests. I mean, you got Weird Al Yankovic. Kevin
Wait till you see season 2. Oh my God, you guys don't even know. You don't even know who's going to be on season 2. You don't even know. And not even the on-camera stars, but the guest appearances, voice acting wise. Shut up.
Awesome.
It's so good.
Oh, thank you. See, they can.
It's going to be so good.
You know, like on Twitch, they send you a popcorn on here instead of Bitcoin or bits. You know, the little things on Twitch that they can send you, the little pyramids and the... On this side, they send you little popcorns.
I like popcorn because you can eat it. You can't eat a
Somebody
pyramid.
just seen it. Thank you, CTO. Appreciate that. That was very nice of you.
Yay!
So a little bit. So each one of these episodes just goes into detail all about one specific subject, which is really great. So sometimes it's science, sometimes it's about how
the
things
Ask
work.
the Storybot specifically is a real kid asks a real question that you would type into the internet. And we are the robots that live in the internet, and our boss Hap calls the different teams, and then we have to go and find the answer. So all sorts of answers are, I love this. I'm sorry, let me just watch this one little second.
That's
it's
what
so
they're
cute.
here for. They watch it with us.
This is so cute.
Which one about these kids are going to be like voice actors one day?
I'm on fire.
Hi, Salad. I know you.
Oh my God, that's so cute. I'm going to answer your question, Sonia. Give me a second. Put me out. Wait. It gets better. I love, this is real little kids just having conversation. And then they animated it. After the snack. I love that so much. The most famous person that I was excited about who guest starred on the show that I can talk about was when Bo got to talk directly to Whoopi Goldberg. I felt like that was an ultimate moment for me. I was like, never in a million years did I think I was ever going to be able to act opposite Whoopi Goldberg. And I have! So that was kind of spectacular.
I'll tell you, it's kind of a sad and a cool story at the same time. So sometimes in this business, we'll do an audition for a thing, and somebody will use it without paying us or even telling us that we booked the job.
Right. That happens all the time.
And sometimes we don't find out about it till it's too late to say that was me and have proof and whatever. So I was in the middle of going through all my emails, and they just stack up after a while because there's so many auditions to do. And there was an ADR spot that I did where I just auditioned and had no idea what I booked.
That's me.
Yay! I'm directly on the phone with Will Smith. In concussion, threatening him that he's going to be the one, and so we're having a conversation.
Right.
He's like, they're going to be digging your grave, Mr. Amala. He's like, it's Dr. Amaru. And I'm like, I'm interacting with Smith, and I couldn't even prove that I did the job, and I didn't get paid for it, either one. I was like, that's going on my reel though, because screw them. That's
what I figure at the end, once the second season comes out, I'm going to make a reel of just my character talking to every single celebrity on StoryBots, because seriously, oh my God, it's the list has gotten so insanely epic now.
Too.
Like, I can't even, like, the dream was to be on Muppet Show or Sesame Street as a kid, and I'm living that dream through Ask the Storybots. It's cuckoo crazy amazing. Oh yeah, I'm Chie too. Yeah. Oh yeah, I've done a lot of video games.
Yeah, I was going to get into that. So
go to my website, erinfitzvo.com, if you want to just get
Fitz.
Yeah. ERINFITZ. Or you could go erinfitzbadass.com, same place. And then you can see all my credits, which is much easier.
I love the Grumpy Cat reference. Slip that in there.
They're so genius. They're so freaking clever.
And like I said, if you're a voice actor fan, you're going to notice a lot of voices in here. So, anyway, so how did you get started into VO to begin with?
Well, it wasn't a thing, right? Like, it was just, you were an actor.
You've got like 212 IMDb credits. I'm not sure if you're aware of that.
That's not even all of them.
and I know, that's just what's IMDb has.
They screwed it up.
And that's over 200
And a lot of those aren't even mine. Like, I hate IMDb so much.
Well, I noticed we do one of the same character a lot. We both do the character additional voices. That's both of them.
Yeah, that's a really popular one. Yeah, I'm not a fan of IMDb. That's why I say go to my website, because it's actually the most accurate, and there'll be a lot more credits there than there is on IMDb.
I get more YouTube credits, and I actually have more voiceover credits.
Right, exactly. You know. So I was an actor. I studied theater in university. I love this little girl. She's so awesome. I studied theater in university. I got a degree in acting in Canada. I moved to Vancouver, started working in theater and on camera. Didn't like it. Really hated the roles that basically white men were writing for 20-year-old girls. They were pretty vapid and empty. And I was not that person. I've never been like the, let me play that girl. I mean, I can play it, and I have been hired to play, but it's my least favorite kind of character. So it was when I was doing additional background looping for television shows and stuff like that, where I was sitting with Mike Dobson, and he was like, why aren't you doing cartoons? And I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, doing cartoon characters. Why aren't you working in cartoons? I'm like, what are you talking about doing cartoon characters? And he blew my mind in that one moment when I was like, 26 years old, because it never even occurred to me that cartoon characters weren't real.
Yeah, same here.
Like, those were real. I'm like, what are you saying? That some human stands there and is the voice of Papa Smurf? You can't. I'm not ready to deal with that reality right now.
I was 13 when I had that epiphany. When we started looking up who did what, I'm like, that's too early. That's too early.
Doing the thing? No, that's too early. Nobody should ever have to. Like, I didn't like that reality. But anyway, he broke my brain wide open, and within 6 months, I put together a demo. Got an agent specifically for cartoons, because video games still didn't have voices at the time. And I did a 6-month audition process for a brand new channel that was invented called Cartoon Network. And they were looking to put these cartoons on. And one of the cartoons created in Vancouver was called Ed, and Eddy. So 6 months of callbacks, and I booked it. And that's how I got into cartoons. And then video games just happened naturally, because they needed people who could do that. And already being animated, it just made sense to hire the people who were doing cartoons.
They're saying the stream's not working, but I don't know why. If it's not streaming for you guys, it's streaming for us. So I can't explain that. I know sometimes out of country.
I'm jinxing. Oh, this is annoying cow interrupting cow when he's played by Fred. I guess. That's Fred.
Yeah, Fred and I worked on a thing recently. It's really cool. Just randomly seeing the Hulk at work.
No, he interrupted. It's these songs. It's the stream of songs that I'm in love with.
And you know what? There's actually a lot of information that I wouldn't have known.
No, I learned everything.
I'm learning stuff from the show too with the kids though. We're streaming this on Rift.tv, so you guys on YouTube, you won't be able to see the stream. I'm not sure if it's streaming for you guys or not, because I can't watch the stream and stream at the same time.
Yeah, it's hard.
But at the very least, you're getting to ask questions with Erin.
Yeah.
And talk more about how she got into the career. So
yeah.
I started noticing you once your video game credits started just blowing up.
Yeah, it was a good 5-year one.
How did you transition into that?
I didn't. It just happened.
It just happened.
The way life happens, you show up. People ask you to work, and you say yes. Right? Really, that's how life is. I didn't chase after anything. Literally, I moved to Los Angeles, not for work. I wish I was a dream big type of person. I really wasn't. I walked away from a huge career in Vancouver and moved to LA for a boy. And I gave up acting because I thought there's no way I can compete in Los Angeles. I'm not good enough.
Yeah, I
and
thought the same thing.
yeah, so I thought I'll just move to be with the boy, and if it doesn't work out, I'll go back to Canada. And I moved down here, and 3 years
Just so
in,
you know, I think all the greatest voice actors come from Canada.
Yeah, we
so
kinda do.
You're in good company.
it's kind of spectacular. When I really look at it, I'm like, holy crap, that's
All right.
really fascinating. So 3 years in, out of and I was still flying up to Vancouver to do Ed and Eddy. I mean, I left for a year.
She was in Ed and Eddy.
To move here, I left for a year, and then Danny, the creator, was like, we don't like the replacement. So 6 months in, they got rid of the replacement and brought me back to re-record about half of what she had recorded. So I only missed about 6 months of Ed and Eddy. And then I was flying back to do Ed and Eddy, and then, and working on getting my papers in America and all that. And then out of nowhere, somebody knew I was in LA, didn't know how to get a hold of me because I didn't have an agent at the time. Found my old agent in Vancouver, who contacted me in Los Angeles and said, they want to hire you on Spawn Armageddon, the video game.
That's a great game. I've streamed. I've done it on YouTube.
Really? That's awesome. And so I got an agent through that because obviously when you book work, it's much easier to get an agent.
Kevin Michael Richardson did insane as Spawn in that.
Yes.
Sounds so much like Keith David. It's scary.
So I'm all the chick characters in that game. And I got my work visa through that game. And then that just unlocked the video game world because Margaret Tang directed that. And then she did a ton of video games before she had her kids. And so she always brought me in for that. And I got into a lot of different games there. So it was literally just
pause, guys, and see
working.
We can still talk, but
okay.
They're saying the stream is not working for whatever reason.
Oh, I played the blonde characters. I played Naz and May Kenker on Ed and Eddy. Appropriate. And I really, by the end of the series, I looked like Naz. I didn't notice that I had transformed into looking like Naz, but I did.
Here. What do you recommend for people who don't like their voice and want to improve it? I used to sound too young, and now I think I sound too old. That's called growing up for me.
I don't know, man. Like, if you don't like your voice, that's like me teaching you how to love yourself.
Exactly. I was going to say, you kind of have to love yourself.
I can't. You have to learn to love yourself. That's what you have to accept who you are, I have to know what I sound like. I don't change what I sound like. I am who I am. When I'm playing characters, I'm not doing voices. I become a character, and how they sound depends on who I've imagined myself to be. So for me, it's an Alexander technique. I put the character on in my body, and how they sound depends on my imagination and how I've created their body.
So much imagination and creativity.
Yeah. So if you don't like your voice, I suggest that you force yourself to listen to your voice a lot more until you get used to it.
Would you?
Yeah, I love her. She's such a love ball.
You should have seen the look of my son's face when I introduced him.
This is specifically Super Songs of the StoryBots, but the real show is Ask the StoryBots. But I love this episode of Super Songs.
For those of you on YouTube, you can't watch the Netflix stream on YouTube. You can only see us.
Right.
So you actually have to go to riff.tv/epicvoiceguy to watch this. But they're saying it's not working. I know they're still working on this. This is a brand new beta.
Isn't that funny? Okay, so this is the YouTube, and this is the Riff.
Yeah, that's the one with the little red one is the YouTube.
Got
this
it.
is the Riff chat.
Got it.
But you can still answer the questions on whoever. I have actually gained some weight, guys, because between the move, I've gotten out of the gym, so I need to get back into it.
I have too, because I went to England
my
and
buttons are getting a little tight in the midsection.
Me too, John. Let us revel in our bodies of awesomeness.
Yeah. So we first met in person, at least, on Talking Heads. With,
we did.
So
in
Geek
La
and
La.
Sundry,
Here.
I'm trying to do more stuff with Geek and Sundry. Hopefully that'll work out too, because I love being here where I can collaborate with you and other people that are friends of mine and help them with whatever things that they need help with. Because you can't do that remotely, and so much of this job has gone remote because of websites where you can pay to audition for things, but it's also brought down like how much money that you can make. And makes it, thank you for the popcorn, guys. I got one kernel. We're going to split one kernel? Really? I'm just kidding. Thank you, Amy.
I like a lot of I'm not a skinny girl. I like my own popcorn. I'm just saying.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of something to hang on to in a woman. I'm just saying. They're going to give me one kernel at a time. One for each of us. Yay! What we are watching for you YouTubers that are not able to see, we're watching StoryBots was one of the shows that she's on. Now, this is something I've always been curious. Well, I know that a lot of fans have been curious about, and I've just now started on my own Netflix series, but it's not an animated series. It's a dubbing series.
Oh wow!
How does with new media and voiceover? How do residuals work, or is it all buyout stuff? Or how does it
CCH
work?
Pounder. I know CCH. She's a great.
Oh, I think they want me to say things in epic voices, or you to say things in your voices. One of the two. They have.
That's funny.
So she has an epic voice as well. She has lots of epic voices. You need to look up her credits on her website.
Yeah, ErinFitzBadass.com. Go to the credits section. There's a few hundred.
She's been in Warcraft. She's been in
League of Legends,
Final Fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
There's a ton of stuff in there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still like, see, here's Erin, and here's me. Wait.
Not really.
I'm just barely into this industry.
I'm just older than you. I'm older than you.
You don't look it.
Well, thank you. But the truth is that over time things pile up. That's just the truth. It just takes time. That's really it.
And most of
That's
what
all
I
it
book
is.
is not credited because you'll never see
It's
ADR people being credited for things.
But you asked a question, and I was like, that was a good question, and now I don't remember.
The residuals about and how.
Oh, it depends on the
works.
company. It depends on the company. I'm all about negotiations, and like for example, Ask the Storybots. Jib Jab is a really decent company,
But
and they are
I'm
very
curious more about
representative.
how it works because it's not like regular TV. How do they know what to? Is there an automatic amount of like?
I think there is. Yeah, I think I'm very, very happy with the compensation for Ask the Storybots.
Because I never know how that works. Because I know they can track like people watching
but-
television and things, but on
Netflix I
and
mean,
stuff.
we're going into negotiation for that animation contract, and
Right.
ideally there'll be something that's better set. And I would love it if in the negotiation the contracts get exactly what Jib Jab pays us, because I think what Jib Jab does for us is legit, and I think that would be a negotiable. I think actors would be very happy with it.
In case you guys did not know, there's a lot of nervousness in the industry because these companies are creating their own streaming services where Boomerang has the Boomerang app, like HBO On Demand, and this stuff is not covered under new media contracts, which means they don't have to pay anybody anything.
Right.
So that's the reason why I asked that question. So
we get a very healthy rate plus a buyout.
That's very awesome.
Yeah, so I'm going to give you the May Canker voice because someone asked for the May Canker voice. I'm May and that sounds like Bo.
That's Bo.
I like boys. I want to have some ketchup and to be my boyfriend.
Oh, that's great.
I totally went into Bo. That's how much I love Bo. I'm like, this is Bo May Canker.
We're watching Bo, so I love the kids that they
She's
got.
kind of close together.
So cute.
I know.
My kids used to be this cute, and then they started growing up.
They're
and
so
all
cute. This little girl is my favorite. She's got very clever ideas.
See, she's not her mom, so she can have favorites. We can't.
Yeah, I can. I can have favorites. Oh my god. Thank you.
I've ever met Mike Pollock, the voice of Dr. Robotnik. I've met Gary Chalk, the voice of Dr. Robotnik.
Oh yeah.
But
I've worked with Gary Chalk many times.
Dude.
Yeah.
He's at that level of his career where he can just say whatever he wants. And he doesn't care anymore.
He did it 25 years ago as well.
Was he?
Yeah, he has always been Gary. He has never not been Gary. He's never had a problem.
I'm going to censor what was actually said because I try to keep my stuff very PG for the YouTube stuff. But for Twitch, I'm a little more,
free
adult. But so he and David Kay had a panel together, and somebody said if Beast Wars was totally uncensored. Yeah, your instant face is like, oh, Gary,
right
uncensored?
away. Where I'm like,
no.
why would you ask that question
It's like,
to Gary?
What would Optimus Primal say? How would he speak? And he called Rat Trap the F name in front of a crowd of like 1,000 people.
You're welcome,
and David Kay's face was just like he did not know how to process what had just happened.
Yeah, that's real. Well,
Are you asking me to say man, myth, and legend, or are you asking her? Because I never know when I have other voice actors on who they're asking. I'll say it if you want me to. The man, the myth, the legend. There you go.
Wow.
Fred's so fun.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I just did we did the Twisted Tunes panel.
Oh, nice.
Somebody asked me how Palm Springs was.
Look, interrupting Cal.
He's interrupting the credits.
He's interrupting the credits. This is my favorite part. This is my favorite. He improv this whole thing.
I was fixing to say, Fred probably just improv this whole thing, and she just beat me to saying it.
Why are they off screen?
And this is made by the guys who do the Jib Jab app, where you can put your little faces on little birthday deals.
They're brilliant, kind-hearted, very, very moral.
Do they really look like those guys from the 20s?
Yes, that's them.
That's them?
That's them. They're brothers. They're brothers.
That's cool.
It's an amazing team. It's a love project. I love it so much.
Well, according to our timer, it is streaming, guys. In case you guys are still having trouble with it, perhaps once this goes live and is archived, you'll be where you can watch it. But you can find There's not that many episodes of StoryBots, but they are still making them, and there's 2 different versions of the show. Is it just 2 or there's 3?
Well, really, there's
3, right?
There's Ask the StoryBots.
Right.
This Super Songs was only made because Netflix needed more content immediately.
Well, yeah, because it's awesome content.
We are not creating new Super Songs.
Oh, no.
So Super Songs is, I think, its own thing. But because Ask the StoryBots takes 18 months of running.
You have to understand, this is a really
Why don't we play one of those ones?
Absolutely.
So that you can get a sense of all the different styles of animation. Like they have for one episode, they could easily have 10 different animation houses doing their own unique style of animation that is all included in the show.
Right,
Ooh, which one would be my favorite?
We're picking Erin's favorite episodes.
No.
Here,
Let's ask the people. Do you guys want to see the one with Kevin Smith, Whoopi Goldberg, Weird Al Yankovic? Those are my favorite, I guess. I want out of those 3.
I will once more. I'll have to go back and edit these videos together because we're having streaming issues. Riff is such a new thing that there's still issues. So what I'm going to do is end this stream and start a new one. So don't freak out.
Kevin Smith, that'll be a good one.
So we'll pick the Kevin Smith, but I'll
How do airplanes fly? That's a really good one.
That one's a really fun.
Oh my God, I didn't know how airplanes fly. Now I know.
I'm telling you,
thrust, drag, weight, and lift. Thrust, drag, weight, and lift.
So what I'll do is I'll end this stream and start a new one with this episode.
Okay.
And hopefully you guys on Riff will be able to see that.